led the league in throwaways with McCarthy. And that kind of brought him into chaos. Although it seemed like the right thing to do, and I would always complain about this as a Packers fan. I was like, why are you throwing it away? Can't you at least try to see where the play goes? And my father would always say, he's one of the smartest guys in the NFL. Where Dylan was right. I was right. Because it was the freelancing that bothered me. I was like, why are you so, like, out of control right now? You're leading yourself in, like, a third down conversion here. So, like, Matt LaFleur kind of sat back. He said, all right, the problem is you are freelancing, and that gets you guys into chaos. So what you got to do is you got to trust the system. If it doesn't work out, it's not your fault. That's what I think he did. I know he definitely said something about his freelancing. He didn't like that. So I saw a stat. So who has the most passing yards through their first 16 games? Patrick Mahomes. That's obvious. Or it might not be obvious, but for me it was. Because I knew he was just awesome out of the gate. I didn't even know he was going to be good. I hardly ever heard of him out of college, honestly. I only really heard of Deshaun Watson because I really only paid attention to because in 2017 I was only concerned with who won the championship, and that was Deshaun Watson, so I was waiting for him there. But Trubisky, I knew Bears fans were not happy about that. And then I know Mahomes went. I just didn't really care about him because I didn't really care about him because he was going to be Alex Smith's backup, and I didn't really care about that. Alex Smith's backup, he's going to be there. But he was great out of the gate. It's obvious that he has the most passing yards in the first 16 games. Want to know who has the second most passing yards in their first 16 games? Nick Mullins. And I think yesterday I said they had C.J. Beathard, but I was obviously wrong about that. They had Nick Mullins this year. He has the second most passing yards through his first 16 games. So what Shanahan is saying is, yes, Mac Jones is not an athlete, but that's what I'm looking for. I don't want an athlete running around, because think about this. Athletes, they run around. When you have an athlete at a quarterback position, they're going to run. Lamar Jackson, he's criticized for not passing enough. But why should he? He's a great runner. Why should he? And John Harbaugh didn't care about that. He said, okay, he can do his own thing. I don't care. He kind of saved John Harbaugh because he was going to get ran out of Baltimore. But Aaron Rodgers kind of was freelancing, and it was kind of ruining Matt LaFleur's system. So Shanahan is saying, sure, there are more athletic guys, but I don't want Trey Lance running around freelancing or Justin Fields freelancing to mess up my system. So that's why he is high on Mac Jones. All right, I can finally back off after about a month and a half of criticizing Mac Jones. I'm officially... this has been more than a month and a half. Because the college... I've been doing this since, mid-January. Hold on. How long? That's 3 months. Alright, so after 3 months of criticizing Mac Jones, I am retired. I'm not criticizing Mac Jones anymore. I'll criticize other guys, probably. But not Mac Jones. The Mac Jones slander is done. For all the Bama fans or Niners fans that I have offended. Alright, so Ben Simmons says Brooklyn isn't good enough defensively to win a title. Now think about this. I think their defense could be good enough to win the title, because that was what happened with the Warriors. We kind of said, their defense. They had good defenses some year, because Klay Thompson's a good defender. Dre's a good defender, So it kind of pushed back. And KD's a good defender too. So it kind of helped there. So, but the other years, like 2016, the Warriors were good enough defensively. So, Simmons just simply believes Brooklyn isn't good enough to win a title. And he could be right. It could get in the way. Well, I don't think it will, because I think Brooklyn is just so good offensively and good enough defensively. But there are not many teams without a top 10 defense that won a championship. I think there was only one in the past 50 years that has one without a top 10 defense. So, it doesn't normally work, but when you have KD, Harden, and Kyrie, offense is kind of irrelevant, or defense is kind of irrelevant, because of how many points they're dropping in every day. So let's look at the Nets. What's their defensive rating? 25th. Holy crap. Okay. That's fine. But, I mean, honestly, it might be good enough. That's just how good their offense is. I think that might be good enough. Alright. So that's what I gotta say about that. I think they're good enough to win a title, their defense, honestly. That's how good their offense is. Minutes in. Alright, let's put some music on here. Alright, so, Andre Drummond says he is still struggling with what the Lakers... Or no, hold on. What do you say? I think I have that quote written down wrong. Here's what Andre Drummond said. He said he's still trying to figure things out with the Lakers, despite his due to his offensive drought. And it's... I mean, he just got there. He's played 3 games, so it makes sense that he's trying to figure things out right now. Because, you gotta really know your role on the team. And that's what Drummond's probably trying to do here. I mean, I know he's not happy with his play, but, I mean, he's trying to figure out his role. I understand what's happening here. And he'll figure it out. I think his role... I don't know what his role is going to be, because I'm not in charge of the Lakers, but I think his role is just going to really be to rebound and play defense. I don't think they're not looking for him to be a main scorer or anything. Just rebound, play defense, do your thing, basically, And I think it's a great addition for their next, for more defense, honestly. I think they're doing what the Nets are doing. People are saying, oh, you need defense. No, we're just going to add James Harden. The Lakers could use a little more offense. Let's add Andre Drummond. So, I mean, I think they're just stacking up right now, and I think his job is going to be to play defense. So, that's what his role is going to be, probably. So, this is actually my final topic of the day. This is about a 40-minute podcast almost. Anthony Edwards said he does not know who Alex Rodriguez is. And I mean, he's 19. He's from a different generation. He shouldn't really know, doesn't really have to know who Alex Rodriguez is. I mean, maybe there are some people, that I had to... I mean, obviously, as someone who hopes to be a sports analyst one day, I do a lot of research, but, I didn't know half the players that I know right now. Bill Russell, I didn't know. Ray Nitschke, I didn't know, but, you do research and figure out who people are. That's what happens. Alright. So, good stuff today. A lot of Mac Jones talk, but I understand it now. There will be more Mac Jones talk, but I'm going to be positive, so you don't have to skip over it. Alright, but good stuff today. This is Daily Dose of Dylan. Google Podcasts, Spotify, Spreaker, or iHeartRadio. This is Daily Dose of Dylan. See you tomorrow. Have a great day.